Hello and welcome. This is going to be the second last video in this series, and in this video I will show you some of the design inspiration behind designing any e-commerce website or any e-commerce theme for Shopify. So that should be any standard for you to design your theme that I was supposed to review. And if you build the best theme, you are going to win $1,000. So let's start doing the review of how you should design your theme. Of course, the last video I will talk about the rules of how you can win $1,000. So let's start. I showed you some of these examples as we were doing the course from the beginning until here. But again, I'm going to tell you some more example of how you can find the designs and how you can get the inspiration. I get a lot of question around this one when intermediate and beginner programmers, like, they ask me, I know HTML, I know CSS, I know JavaScript, but I don't have any creativity. It is not something that you should have like when you born. It is something that comes when you practice a lot, and that is how you are going to get this one. So now if you don't have like any creativity behind this one, you can just check out other people's work and how they did it, and you can just write it this is how it works. You do the same thing with a little changes, and that is how you become creative. And that is my way of telling people if you want to become creative. So let's start showing you some of the example of how you can design your theme. The first resource I always choose Dibble. Of course, this is the most repeated resources I have always shown people. Just search for anything like product page. It is going to give you some nice design about the product page, and then you can apply the same design in your theme. Of course, it is not going to be complete, but make sure all your themes are matching together. The product page should not be from one website, the another one should be another website. When you see a design, it should have a matching. So this is one place that you can check out. For example, the Nike here, as you can see, it is on the thumbnail of the video too. This is the nicest like design for a product page. One resource is Dibble. If you want to design your product page, see some of the example here and design based on that. It is not a copyright. You can just change some of the stuff. You can just get the idea from here and then design your own. The next resource is themes from Bootstrap. These are HTML themes, but they have nice design also. If I scroll down, they have different themes around different categories, but one of them is for e-commerce. So if I scroll down here, there is one called vendor for e-commerce. If I show you the live example of this one, you can check it out in the themes that get Bootstrap. It is very nice and clean. As you can see, this is exactly the theme I want. So it is very nice and clean. If you want to add this one, like, I designed the theme based on Bootstrap 4, and this is also based on Bootstrap 4. You can buy it on $39, but you know the license, you are a programmer, you don't do that. If you do this one, still it's okay, but you can get the design inspiration from here, and then you can apply it to your own theme. For example, the slider is nice. If I check out one of the, let's say, product page, it is very nice and clean. This is a product page. As you can see, everything is so smooth and nice, and you like shopping here. So this is another example. The other example I not always tell people is ThemeForest.net. They have a lot of design. You cannot download from here. Of course, they are all paid, but you can just get the idea how they design it. For example, if you go to HTML and the retail, so retail is going to be related to e-commerce. You can check out some of their templates, which are very nice and clean. You can purchase them. They are very cheap, like $9, and you can apply it if they are using Bootstrap, and most of them does. As you can see, this one does use Bootstrap, and these are the designs that every standard website have. When you upload in ThemeForest, first, they do not accept it. It is so hard to accept it because they have some standards. If you do not pass the standards, they do not accept you. Last resource is, of course, Behance. So Behance is also the same as Dibble, but if I come to the search page and search for e-commerce, oops, my spelling is, if I search for e-commerce, you can scroll down and check some of the mod board. The mod boards are where people put, this is like collections, and people make a collection of them, and then you can check out their work. For example, if I check out some other mod boards here, if I check out this one, this is e-commerce. It is like a collection. Let's see, yeah, they have some nice example of design. You can check out their design. They are very clean, and they did design it. It is not like HTML design. It is just an image. So all you have to do is convert them in your design and make sure your design are matching. So that's it for this video. I hope it has been informative, and in the next video I will talk about the rules of how you can build your theme and what are the standards that I can accept your theme, because I'm not taking that theme. That theme should be a standard and you should be able to sell that theme in Shopify store or any other store. My goal is to help people start their own business or earn some money online. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.